You know that feeling where you get a bad grade in the test. The teacher lays the test on your table. You anxiously look at it. You're trying to find where the grade is. You look at it anxiously. You have the girl that's sitting next to you, looking and waiting especially to see what you got for grade. Your heart is beating fast, fast, fast. You hope you have at least a grade that's okay. You hope your grade is not totally horrible. You're still looking, trying to find the page where the grade is, where you can see a result. You just look at it, interesting, and then you find it. And instantly, after seeing your grade, your body language closes down. You were sitting confidently before that, you were men spreading, doing all those things. Directly after that, you start closing down. You feel ashamed. You feel dumber. You remember that you kind of studied for that test. And some students that didn't even study got better grades than you. This is a common occurrence for me in school. I'm not like the worst student. I have some like in English and sports and some other things. I'm really good. I get like some the best grades possible. Yeah, there are also a lot of other things where I don't get that those such great grades. Like for example, math. I remember the day I got back my math my math test, how I felt. I had some students that had the best grades possible in my class. And then I got my test back and I wasn't happy. I didn't have the worst grade in class. I had like a middle, like it was kind of in the middle. But I knew I could have done better. I studied for I think for like 2 days. To be honest, it's also my fault. I won't just say, oh yeah, it's because of how the education system makes the test. No, I'm mostly focused on my business right now. And that's what's really annoying me. I'm focused I have my focus, my priority, and I still have to focus on school to not get totally shit grades. And I'm not allowed to leave the education system yet because if I leave the education system right now, they'll force me to get a job. If I don't start earning that income before leaving the education system, they'll force me to get a job. So imagine, you know yourself you don't have anything to do in the education system. You know you don't have anything to do there. You know that when you're 100% sure that leaving would be the best option, you're not even debating it anymore. Imagine how you feel when you are still forced to go there every morning. I wake up every morning at 4:30 to record videos, to work on my videos first thing in the morning because I have to go to school after that. I wake up at 4:30, record videos for 1.5 hours, then I go for a run, then I prepare for school, then I go to school. And then it takes 8 hours of my day. And on some days it takes 10 hours. Just imagine how you feel. You know what your priority is. It's your business. You know what your purpose is. It's clear to you. You know you want to invest your whole life into it. You want to work on it every day. You want to just wake up, work on it every day for hours and hours on end. You want to be 100% dialed in on your purpose and your self-improvement journey. That you're not really able to because you still have to go to school. Imagine how you feel. It's not fun. It's really not. But I'm not going to take this as an excuse because I know I just have to grind, work hard, become a better YouTuber, better charismatic leader, make some great content, and start earning my income now. But still, at the end of the day, it's frustrating. And I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. This video is that I'm not trying to discourage you to go to school. No, that's not the goal of this video. And with this video, I'm just sharing my opinions with you and kind of getting those things out of my chest. That's the goal here with this video. I'm not trying to discourage anyone with going to school. If you like, if you enjoy it, and if you're going to get a normal job in the future, then do that. It's fine. Do that. It's just my opinion right now. But one of the factors, like I said, why the education system is, in my opinion, really shit is because of how the tests, how they're rated, the grades. You feel genuinely stupid every time you get a bad grade. Remember the story I told in the beginning? That's a true story I feel every time I get a bad grade in school. You're studying like confidently with open body language before that. And the teachers lay it down, give you your paper, your heart is already beating fast. You look at the grade, your body closes down. You're just like this. That's really how it is. It totally destroys your confidence and you start to feel really stupid. Even now when I'm working on my business, I don't feel like a small person. I don't feel like one. It's kind of destroyed my identity. My identity now is one of someone who's kind of stupid, but who's still really disciplined and works really hard. Which is still not that bad, but yeah. Yeah, maybe I'm not actually smart, a smart person, who knows. But yeah, the way it's graded, how your worth is placed on the grades you get in school. It's painful for the students that are not the best at it. And you might say, oh yeah, but it gives you like a competitive drive to try to get the best grades possible. Of course, yeah, for students that still want to get normal jobs, that don't really know what their purpose is and want to stay in the education system and get a normal job later on, of course. Those students, when they get the grade back and see like a good grade, they're probably like, oh, their body, their knowing was this, like this beforehand. And when they get their test back, they open their body up, you know? They get like an open body language. For those people, yeah, of course, they want to get normal jobs in the future. They want to stay in the education because they might not really know what they want to do. Even though I don't consider that as the best student when you don't know what to do. The people that want to get knowledge later on, that want to become like a psychologist, I don't know, some things like that. Then of course, it's not a bad decision, but for people like me, that know what their purpose is and they know they don't need to go to school to achieve that purpose. That know that what they want to do is work on their online business, they work on their business all day long. It's just become such a big distraction from your purpose. It takes so much brain power, so much time every week. You just want to be able to wake up, work, train your body, read, eat, sleep. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I saw Hamza's daily routine not so long ago and I was like, I want to live like this every day. I'm able to live similar to that on weekends. But when I saw daily routine, I was just, why can't I live like this every day? That's a really purposeful life where you just wake up, work, train, learn, eat, sleep. That's how I want to live. That's genuinely how I want to live. I'm able to live like that on weekends, of course. But 5 days a week, I'm not able to do that because I have to go to school. And then when I get a bad grade, it affects my mental health for the next few days. It affects my confidence for the next few days. And you get a bad grade, you genuinely feel anxious, you genuinely feel like you get this primal feeling that you might get kicked out of a tribe because, oh yeah, you're not that good. You have some of the people in your class asking you, oh yeah, what grade did you get? And you feel anxious for telling them that they're great. Sometimes you lie about it. But when you're honest, when this comes out of your mouth and you tell them the grade you got, you automatically, your body language gets even more closed down. You tell them, oh yeah, I got a D, and whoa. And you kind of, your voice kind of becomes, you talk a little bit quieter when you say your grade. I see, oh yeah, what grade did you get? You say, oh yeah, I got a D. That's how it feels. And it's a horrible feeling to have. It's a horrible feeling to have. It's generally how you feel. And it's a build up, when you get that grade, it's not as horrible or how you feel the hours before, knowing you're gonna get your test back and knowing your grade might not be that good. It's that build up that really hurts. Okay, another point I want to talk about today is going to school and getting a job is still more safe than building a business. One of the reasons why some people might avoid building like a business, and why I thought of, my mom wanted me to stay in school to stay in school, even though she knew what I wanted to do. She knew what my purpose was. I told her many times. She knew what the business that I wanted to work on my business. I knew exactly what my job was. But one of the reasons my mom wanted to absolutely stay in school is just soon because she thought, oh yeah, if your business doesn't work, you can get a job because it's more safe. But is it really? Is it really more safe to get a job than building a business? I don't really think so. I don't really think so. I'm gonna research right now the average time spent in one job for an employee. Average duration at a job. Yeah, 2.8 years. I just saw it right here. Average duration in a job, 2.8 years. So is it really that safe? If every 3 years you get fired or leave your job, if every 3 years you have to find a new job, is it really that safe? Generally, is it really that safe? Because a business, if you fail, it's on you, but you can start a new business or try again the same business model. You can learn from your failure and try again, so start a new one. It's just that when you fail at a business, it's really only on you. It's not on anyone else. If you get fired from a job, it's also on you. And if you leave your job, it's also on you. But maybe you might think, oh yeah, maybe some people might think, oh yeah, it's because of someone else. It's because my boss didn't see how much work I was. But when you fail at a business, you don't have anyone else to blame. And that's why it might feel the most safe to get a job. Because when that day happens, when you get fired, when your job gets so annoying that you just want to leave. You have so many people you can blame at that moment. You can blame little Johnny there who bullies you at your work. You can blame your boss there sitting in his room in like his at his desk saying, oh yeah, he doesn't see my worth. You have so many people to blame in that situation, but when you're working on a business, when you're the only one working in your business and it fails, you're the person to blame in that situation. You're the only one you can blame, no one else. In that situation, you have to take accountability. You absolutely have to. You cannot blame it on someone else, no. It's, it's not Johnny's fault. It's your fault in that situation. And you saw the stats. The average duration at a job is 3 years. Every 3 years, you have to find a new one. Is it that safe? No. And when you have to find a new job, you don't have full control about how fast you're going to find a new job. It depends on who accepts to have you. But when you fail at a business, you can start working on a new one instantly, the next day. You can start working on it again the next day. And one of the main reasons why people think that going to school and getting a job is more safe is because when you get a job, you start earning an income instantly. They start paying you from day one. And on a business, you have to kind of get to that point where you earn your first income. I think that's one of the reasons why, but still, it's somewhat safe. In the long term, I think a business, if you're a good entrepreneur, of course, if you're a good businessman, if you're someone who's smart, who continues to learn every day, who learns from books, who learns from people who know more than him, who continuously reads, who watches some informational podcasts, and who also has a good business idea, and who genuinely thinks this idea is something that's going to change the world. Then yeah, you can definitely succeed as an entrepreneur. But if you're just the person who just does it, oh yeah, I want to make a side hustle, or you just watch this, oh yeah, top 5 side hustles on YouTube, who's just like trying to work and get passive income, work 4 hours or 2 hours a week and still make good income from his business. Who's thinking, oh yeah, how to make passive income on YouTube. Who doesn't have any discipline. Who just closes down and gives up when he faces some challenges, but he doesn't get the results he wanted. If you're the type of entrepreneur, then yeah, get a normal job. It's probably more safe for you. But I think if you're watching this channel, I genuinely think that there's someone who is disciplined enough, who has some big ambitions, who's able to focus on this main thing as priority and work relentlessly on it. If you're that type of entrepreneur, then yeah, I know you can do it. But another issue I've noticed in the education system is that you're not given some lessons about the most important things in life: how to increase productivity, how to study better, how to become more disciplined. They're not teaching you regularly the best diet for productivity and healthy diet. And even when they teach you about her, they make a lot of mistakes about it. And you're not taught the most important lessons. I never got like a class where they talk about how to become more productive and how to focus better. I never got a class talking about how the best methods to study. I never got a class where they told me, oh yeah, how to improve your discipline. And improve your discipline because it's really important. They never made a class about social skills. Those things are the most important lessons in life, and they're not teaching you that at school. And it's genuinely pissing me off because so many people go on to grow up and become totally ignorant. So many people know, oh yeah, how to get good grades in school, but don't know how to live a great life. Not talk about things like purpose. Not talk about things like mission. They taught to become someone, a multitasker, who focuses on his priorities, even though I don't think the word priorities exist, instead of focusing on his priority. You judge so many things, so many things. Your brain is filled up with so many things, but almost none of them are truly valuable. It's genuinely annoying. I learned more during 1 year of my self-improvement journey and making my own research than in my 10 years in the education system. How is that even possible? 10 years in the education system and I learned almost nothing valuable. The only thing I'm happy to have learned is English. I've become pretty great at English thanks to the education system. That's the only thing I can look back and say, oh yeah, I'm happy I've learned it. And basic math, how to calculate, how to, but still now you can have like, you can calculate on your phone, but still. The only thing I'm grateful to have learned in the education system is English. Outside of it, I cannot look back and say, oh yeah, I'm really happy that teacher told me that. No. No. You sat down there for 1 or 2 hours listening to your teacher who's just talking about some random themes that you're not interested in. And your business, my mind just goes to my business. I think about how I could implement some things even better. I'm just thinking about how I could work right now, how I could do this right now. And I have to sit there and listen to this dumb teacher talking about something that doesn't interest me at all. And when he listens, when he notices that you're not really listening, because you're not interested at all, he's gonna pick you and say, oh yeah, Eric, can you answer this question please? And you just look at him with those big eyes thinking, this motherfucker, he genuinely knows that I don't know the answer. But he asks me a question about what he just said to humiliate me in front of the whole class. And so many teachers do this to make their students listen. But I don't know, that's genuinely humiliating every time they do that. I've kind of got used to it. And I've kind of got to the level where I'm confident enough and I don't care enough about what other people think of me. That when it happens and they ask me a question like that, I'm just like, yeah, I don't know the answer. And I'm kind of saying confidently. But I remember when I was younger, I didn't know about how to stop caring about what some random people in your class think about you. When I didn't know about how to be more confident. When I didn't know how to handle confrontations. When they asked me, oh yeah, can you just recap what I just said? I would just start stuttering, looking at them, kind of looking, my eyes are darting around like this. I'm anxious, I'm thinking, oh yeah, all the students, I'm probably thinking I'm a loser right now, that I'm stupid, I'm dumb. I'm looking around anxious, my heartbeat starts going faster. I'm starting to sweat, even though it's winter. I'm genuinely anxious because the teacher just asked me a question. I tried to answer that question. Instead of telling him that I don't know the answer, I genuinely don't know the answer. I genuinely cannot answer his question. I just say, and I look at him and Chula just says, he asked someone else. But that teacher genuinely knew that I didn't know the answer. But he just picked me to humiliate me, to get me to listen. Even though I never was interested in that class beforehand. That you don't have the option to choose which class you go to. You have to you go to every class, even though there's some class that some class that every principal taught in that class are never going to be used by you in your whole life. You never taught about how to do deep work. You never taught how to become more disciplined. You never taught about the benefits of cold showers because even the teachers don't know about those things. Even those teachers doesn't know how to work, how to do some deep work. The person teaching you some life lessons doesn't have the discipline himself. The person teaching you life lessons is not healthy himself. The person who's supposed to teach you how to live your life is not healthy himself. He's not productive himself. He's not disciplined himself. Is stressed all the time, has bad mental health himself. He's teaching you about how to live your life. Is that a great idea? Probably not. I would rather learn from a man who's achieved what I want to achieve myself. A man who's already disciplined. A man who's productive. A man who can do so much better than me. So the things that I need better than me. Who's more productive than me. Who earns more money than me. Way more money than me. And those teachers, right, currently they earn more money than me. But they don't earn money in the way that I want to earn it. They're not earning, I want no money that I want to earn in the future. They're not productive themselves. I joined another school 1 week ago. And I already learned so much from Hamza. I learned so much from Hamza just by watching his videos. I learned so much from Andrew Huberman by just watching his podcast, his self-promotional podcast. I learned more from those two than from all the teachers I got in the whole education system combined. Because those men know how to be healthy. Those men know how to be productive. Those men are disciplined. Those men are strong and masculine. That's why they're able to teach me the lessons. And an argument that some people might have is that, oh yeah, the education improves your social skills. If you're not going to go to school for children is the best place to improve the social skills. And I used to think that myself. But I genuinely think I could improve your social skills even more by just leaving the education system and just reading this book and trying to implement it every day when you go on a walk, go on a jog, or go to a cafe, do things like that. When you see the average social skills of kids in school, they're not that great. They're not that great. Like most are dumbasses. A lot of people are shy. I don't believe in they're shy. Closed body language. They're anxious. Maybe some people have things they've experienced in their childhood. Or because they also get bad grades, like me. Who knows? But you're not taught about social skills. For most of my life, my social skills were absolutely trash. Trash. And I thought about building up a good mental health with something that's going to genuinely improve your social skills. You're not taught how to have some good conversations with people. You're not taught about how to become a good listener. So that argument is stupid because you don't get that as much experience when it comes to social skills in school. I really look around at students in school. I'm still in school. And analyze their social skills. They're not that great. Really not. When you see most adults nowadays, they were in school at some point. Are their social skills great? No. Most of them can even make eye contact with you. Most people are not even going to greet you and they teach you. Social skills are not that great nowadays. So school, that argument that schools improves your social skills and everything, no. That's not a great argument. I really genuinely think to improve social skills, just read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, and then go on a walk every day or go on a run and try to implement the different principles in that book. When you go on a run and see people around, just smile at them and say hello. Some random stranger you see them, smile at them and say hello. When you go on a walk, just have a conversation with the stranger using the principles in How to Win Friends and Influence People. Compliment them about something you notice about them. Ask them about some questions about what their interest may be. But it's really hard to implement this principle in how to influence people when you go to school. Because in school, yeah, you have some practice. But when you go to school, you're not thinking about improving your social skills. You're thinking about that test that you're going to get back, that test you're going to write today, that class that's really dreading right now. That's what you think. And I've tried many times to implement the principles of how to influence people in school, but it's not that easy. I've implemented it more when I went on walks, when I went doing something social with my family. But social skills have generally improved more or just trying to implement principles in this book outside of my school life than in all my times in school. So that argument is not a good one. I think the social skill, like it more influences you to do bad habits in there. Not so long ago, it was my birthday not so long ago, and last weekend I invited my friends over to my house, and we played some video games. And I'm not totally ashamed of it because it happened once, and I hadn't played video games in 1 year. But we played some video games for a long time. I invited some friends in from my class, and yeah, we played video games for hours and hours and hours. It was the first time for me playing video games in a whole year. I stopped playing video games. I stopped doing the bad habits. And the whole that time, I didn't invite my friends over even once to my home. But I invited them once on my birthday, and we played video games for hours. So it brought me to do the bad habits. I think the social life in school influences students in general, most of the time at least. Most of the friend group, not all, most of the friend group influence students to do the bad habits, to take drugs, to go party every weekend. There are, I think, probably 5 students in my class that smoke currently, and we are in 9th grade. There are 5 that smoke. And do you know how it started? One girl started smoking. She started smoking slowly. Maybe she saw some people in higher grade, or one of her siblings or parents smoke, and then she started smoking slowly. And then all her friends in her friend group followed her. They were like, "Oh yeah, she's cool. Oh, she smokes. Oh, it seems cool. Oh, I'm gonna try it too." 2 years later, they're all addicted to smoking. They tell me, "Oh yeah, I can't stop. I'm trying to stop. I don't want to get lung cancer, but I cannot stop. I'm addicted." And it's all because of peer pressure. You see your friend doing the bad habits. You don't want to be kicked out of a tribe. And just say, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna try it for one time. Just this time, I'm gonna try it." And you didn't smoke. Next day, smoke again. Next day, they smoke again. "Oh yeah, I just want to fit in." Keep smoking. Keep smoking. And then before you know it, you're addicted. The peer pressure in school is so strong. Honestly, it's hard to not do the bad habits. When there's a party right there, and you know they're gonna drink and all those things, when you make the decision not to go because you'd rather work on your business, because you'd rather just focus on your business and your purpose, you generally feel some big FOMO. Even though you know you're making the right decision, the FOMO you feel in that moment is crazy. It's generally crazy. So the way you're influenced to do the bad habits is insane in that situation. I can imagine how, yeah, I just took some examples, but you can kind of imagine how it gets some people addicted to some drugs, addicted to sex, who knows? You have some young students, I know it's a little bit it's a little bit weird, but you have some young people, really young people, who lose their virginity to someone they don't even like, but yeah, they want to look cool. Because yeah, you look cool, you look like that cool guy when you had sex with a random girl that you don't even like. Because you don't even find that attractive. But you went to a party, you drank a little bit because you saw some your friends drink. You start seeing some people just disappear, some couples just disappear, don't know where they went. You're thinking, oh yeah, I'm living the life, I'm having party, I'm partying, I'm having fun. Then you see that girl that's not really that attractive, and you maybe go with her to another room, you close the room. That's not that unrealistic an experience for someone to have, for students to have. To lose their virginity to someone that they never could imagine marrying one day. Someone that they do not find attractive, but they do it to get some validation, to look cool because of the peer pressure. And one of the final points I have here is that school doesn't really prepare you for life. Like I said, most of the things you do in school, you don't need it in life most of the time. But you're not prepared for life at all. You're not taught you're not really taught to be patient. You're not taught how to be disciplined. You're not taught how to be productive in general. You're not taught how to genuinely live your life. And yeah, the most important things you need in your life, you're not taught how to become a good parent in the future. Because even your teachers that teach you are not good parents themselves. You're not taught how to eat to be a healthy, productive human being. You're not prepared for life in general. You're prepared to get good grades at this test that's designed to not be really realistic. You're not taught how to learn correctly, to research yourself. All you learn is in school, but you're not how to research and take notes yourself. They don't even give you the possibility, the thought to maybe build a business yourself. All you learn is about, working for someone, getting a job. They did not even put it in your mind how to maybe build a business yourself. Or, build your business right now, at least. It's always, after you leave the education system, and then after you work for 5 years for this person, you might start your own firm or something like that. But you don't get the right mindset you need in life. You don't get the right skills that you need in life. You're not taught how to sell. Sales, the most important thing, is not taught to you. You're not taught how to sell. You're not taught things like seeing things from the other person's point of view. Like, I think it's really crazy for school not to teach children how to sell. When sales is the most important thing in jobs. They do not teach you that. But they teach you how to do that random thing in math that you're never gonna use in your whole life. Like, it's really crazy. Or they teach you some random things in math. They teach you that random thing about doing a bug exploit. Even though you know yourself you're never gonna use that. I learned more in 1 year of researching myself on self-improvement, reading books, reading multiple books, learning from Hamza, learning from Andrew Huberman, learning from First Man. I learned more in 1 year of doing that than 10 years of in the education system. That's stupid. School doesn't prepare you for life, and it's really a shame. I'm generally going to homeschool my children. I saw Hannah's video called "Why You Close and Homeschool Your Children." It was similar to this one, and he gave such amazing arguments. I'm gonna leave maybe the country I'm gonna leave the country I live in right now, Germany, in the future when I start earning good money. When I get older, I'm gonna leave this country. I'm gonna go to England because it's one of the countries where you can really homeschool your children really well. And move to England, and when I build a family, I'm gonna totally homeschool them. I genuinely think you should, if you watch this video so far, watch Hamza's video on why he's choosing his children if you haven't yet. It's really a good one. But I don't want my children to go through all this stress, this trauma you get in school. This anxiousness you have to feel every time you get a bad grade. Think it yourself. What are my parents gonna think? Is my mom gonna shout at me? Is my mom gonna get angry? And I'm really thankful because my mom doesn't really get angry anymore when I get bad grade, but she used to get really angry in the past when I got bad grade in school. But yeah, can you blame them? Can you blame your parents when to get angry? Because they're taught that they are themselves, their parents got angry when they got bad grades. When they're in school, they're taught that your worth the grades you get. Generally think that yourself, that when you try to think from their perspective, you can imagine yourself, your parent, and you kind of think, you have the mindset that if your child gets bad grades, he's gonna have a bad life. That's the mindset that most parents have, and we cannot blame them for that. Who wouldn't? But I would just homeschool my children and teach them the things myself. I will make them read some amazing books how to win friends and influence people, essentialism, some great books. I'm gonna have them read that. I'm gonna teach them myself. I'm gonna maybe have some teachers that have some great values like me, and have them teach my students. I'm gonna teach them the basic like English. Only if I live in England, I don't need to teach them English, but I'll teach them language. I'll teach them basic math, but I won't go really far. And I will teach them what they generally need in life. And I think that's a great mission for us to strive to. You should earn a lot of money to the level where you can homeschool your children. Not have them go through the same things that you have had to go through. I don't want my children to have to feel how I feel right now. Right now, it's 5:51. I've been recording since 5. And after recording the video, I will just go for a run, prepare for school. And I'm kind of anxious because I know I gotta get a test back where I know I didn't perform that well. I'm anxious right now. My mental health is not that great because of it. I don't want my children to get such feeling on a regular basis. If you're young like me and don't have children yet, I think it's really important to consider this possibility to have to homeschool them. I think that's a good mission to strive for, a good goal to strive for. Because I genuinely don't want my children to go through this. I genuinely don't want to. So I'm gonna work hard, earn more money in a purposeful way. And it's possible that after this year, I'm gonna maybe leave the education system. If I start earning an income by the end of this summer, I will leave the education system. If I earn my first K, I promised my mom that I will first earn my first K before leaving the education system. And don't really have a choice, because if I leave the education system right now, like I said earlier in the video, they're gonna force me to get a job. But I will just work hard, earn my money, and then leave the education system, and just then I would just be able to focus 100% on my purpose, to work all day. If you think like me, if you also want to work in a business, then it's really something to consider. To either lead an education system or go to a country if your parents have the financial, like the money to do that, and also want to do that. You go to a country where they can really homeschool you and have total control of it, and then start homeschooling, and focus on your purpose, focus on your priority. That's a great thing to strive for. But if you're like me and you're the education system, I totally understand you. I totally understand how you feel. I totally understand how it destroys mental health. And I'm with you. I feel that every day. I'm with you, bro. But yeah, the goal of this video wasn't to like influence your lead your education system. It was just me sharing my opinions with you. Don't worry from discomfort, chase it.